Alright, so I'm going to be trying to do a full look through of this new, I believe this is a 2024 or 2025 Tesla Model Y. It's the new model with the light bar. So I'm just going to kind of quickly go around and then show close up everything and show you guys the interior, all that, everything close up, okay? So this is going to be a very kind of close, in-depth look. So if you want to see everything you can see without things being torn out, then this is going to be the video for you. Okay, you can see the mirrors, they have those little lines in them now for the airflow. You can see kind of in here the wheel well. Okay, these are the tires it comes with and the wheel covers. Okay, the handles are the original Model Y, Model 3 style. Okay, you can see in there as well. Okay, some models do come with the tow hitch, all right, and you would pop out this plastic piece. Okay, and then you got that for that little screw-on towing thing, I believe. Okay, you can see these reflectors down here, as well as, I don't know if, I think those might be also backup lights. You got that whole bar of light across the back. These are also lights. Okay, I think these have the turn signals as well as backup lights in it. You can see there's light going in there for reflection. Okay, this one is just made to look like the charge port. You can see in here a little bit better because it's darker. Okay, not really much in there. Got the wheel cover for there. Okay, same thing with this mirror. Okay, it does have the auto fold when you park it. It can fold the mirrors. You can also manually tell it to fold when you're driving if you wanted to. I think after a certain speed it auto opens itself though. Okay, anyways, you got these little things for air to flow through. You got the lights here. Okay, I believe these are the actual headlights, and then these are just, oh, there's the turn signal. These are the daytime running lights. Okay, so this bar is not a headlight. It's not bright enough for that. Okay, you can see how it pulls in air to control the temperature of the batteries and stuff. There's the front little camera. This one lets you see when you're parking forward. All right, and then it has the ones that it uses for actually driving up there. Okay, and you got the wiper blades that hide under there. We're gonna open up the frunk so you can see in there. So, okay, the way you open, you push this and then you pull with your fingers here, like that. Okay, if you're wondering how do you open the door if it loses power, I'm gonna roll the windows down a bit just because when you use it, technically it will still roll down the window, but if there's no power, it'll usually kind of push on here a little bit, so it can possibly cause a little damage, but yeah. All right, anyway, so this is the emergency release. They mark it more clearly now with a triangle and that. I don't know if that's gonna make people think, oh, this is the normal door button, because this is the door button. You press this, it unlatches, and then you use your elbow. So you have to do it like right after you press it, and then you use your elbow to push the door out. Like this, okay? All right, and this is the this is the emergency one. It's for if there's no power. If you pull this, it will unlatch like a normal door, okay? And it will give you this warning if you have power, so you can see it may cause damage to window trim, okay? So that's why I roll the window down first to show that. Okay, the rear door, same thing here. I know, I'll get to the front soon. Same thing, you have the button to open the door normally, the regular window buttons. Also, these light up, so it does have like the accent lighting inside. Okay, you have this gray kind of fabric-y stuff, and then the fake leather, black and white. Inside, you have the emergency. They mark it more clearly as well, but they cover it with this cover's a little bit difficult to get to. So there's a little groove here. Get your finger in there and you pull that out. Okay, once you pull that out, you have this little emergency release cord. Okay, the reason why they don't just leave this open is because if somebody goes in here and goes, what is this, while you're on the freeway and pulls it, then you're gonna end up with someone opening the door while you're on the freeway. Although I guess technically if you're driving fast, right, it's the wind will help keep the door closed. But yeah, you don't want people opening your door while you're driving on the freeway. Okay, anyways, this thing, the way it goes back in, you can see there's this little piece here, all right? And then you got this clip. So you got to put the back portion in first, okay, at an angle here to get it to go under. And then once you get it under there, you got to kind of help push the clip in while pushing it down. And then you can go ahead and click that into place, all right? So there you go. It's the same on both sides. All right, you got this mat pocket, which now it's a solid plastic piece with these stretchy things. Okay, so you're not going to get deformed stuff if you leave things in here, because the back is also plastic, but keep in mind it's going to get scratched if you put stuff that's kind of hard in there. Okay, I locked this little back screen for now, but yeah, anyways, this side has the same thing, okay? You can see they have a little speaker there and that. Both sides have a light as well as these little hooks here, okay? So you have the hook and then you have this light. So now the lights, they made it like this matte, what do you call, icy looking finish. So they did the same thing with the front ones. Also, the lights don't flicker like that in real life. It's just the camera's refresh rate. Oh, we got a big bug here. Get out. It's one of those mosquito hawks. Hey! It's gonna fly around now. Okay, I'll get it later. Anyways, there's that, okay? Here's the seat belts. So the rear ones, they don't have an up and down adjustment. But here's what the seat belt looks like. The seat belt things here are kind of recessed down into the hole. So it's not gonna be flopping around the place, all right? Okay, the one thing I don't like here is they tried to make the design of the front or the rear match the front. So they have these little holes, but if you have kids or messy people, you know that crumbs and junk is all gonna get stuck into these little holes. It's gonna be a pain to clean out. Vacuum, and then I saw like a way that you can kind of makes it a little bit easier to clean these little holes is you use like a massage gun, and it basically will be like hitting it like this, so it makes the stuff bounce out, and you can use a vacuum while it's doing that. Okay, it looks like it comes with these regular floor mats, like what most cars come with, okay? You can get all-weather floor mats as well. My current favorite ones, which it depends what you want to pay for, but I like the Tux mats. They cover all the way. I've seen other companies do that. My brother got some, I don't remember the brand name, but they're like rubbery. The other ones I don't know what kind of material it is, but the other thing is that the texture, if you get like some gunky stuff like a peanut butter or some paste, the Tux mats, it would be kind of hard to clean because of the weird texture that it has. But anyways, here's the rear. They changed this now to all electronic, so these, you just push one button and it goes down. Push the button and it goes down, okay? Same thing for going back up, you just push the button. One thing I want to show you here is, okay, you have the seat controls here. The rear or the passenger seat doesn't get lumbar support, but the driver's seat does, okay? So I want to show you one thing here. If I lean this back and have this seat back like this, okay? I'm not sure what will happen if someone's sitting on it, but you see how I can no longer raise this up? If I push this button, it automatically moves that seat out of the way. All right, so it automatically moves the seat out of the way and raises it up. That is awesome. Okay, then we got the thing here. This is the 5-seat version. There's also a 7-seater version, but the 7-seat version, keep in mind that's for like short people or kids to sit in the back. So yeah, anyways, you got this, okay? This comes up and it has a little slot here that will hold that up for you so you can load stuff in. It also comes with the cargo cover, which is a solid piece, okay? And it's nice, they made this so you can store it in there. This is a really big storage area. You also have the rear cargo compartments here, okay? And they come with the license plate holder, okay? And this is for the front license plate, okay? So we're gonna now take this guy out so I can show you. All right, so we're gonna lower this down. Also, this side, since it's the 5-seat version, if you pull this out of the way a little, there's a tiny bit more room if you want to put a little bit of stuff hidden under here, some shorter things, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, and you can actually also shove that behind the seat so it will stay up out of the way as well. So if you want to store stuff in that little area, if you have more priority of like as much storage space as possible, you can take these pieces out and just leave them somewhere. Okay, so put that back. I know, sorry, I still didn't show the trunk. All right, so the bottom is this different material, kind of similar to this, but less long hairs. I don't know what you call. Also, you can see the side, this material. Okay, this is like a fabric-y thing, like what cars usually have on their roof. Okay, so this piece, it just folds out like an accordion. It's hard to do this with one hand, I'm sorry. But let's see, can I do this with one hand? All right, I'm gonna lay one side like this. Oh wait, that's not gonna make sense, it's gonna hit. Okay, I need two hands, give me a second. All right, I figured out how to do it with one hand. So you go in at an angle like this, and then make sure it's folded all the way, rotate this, okay? And then you can drop it right into place. Now you can go ahead and grab this, and you can just pull it out. So just like that, and you can kind of, oh, it has magnets actually. So there's magnets in there that hold it into place, okay? So it's not just sitting on top, there's actually magnets holding it down. So I didn't realize that until I was like trying to unfold it. I'm like, why does it have some resistance there? So now we just accordion it back, lift that thing back up out of the way, okay? And grab this. Again, it has magnets, rotate it, and we'll just drop it back down in there, okay? Very nice. And that just sits on top. Okay, let's go ahead. Oh, so you have the button here to close the trunk, right? The latch. If you want to set the height, you can lower it to whatever you want, and then you press and hold this. Okay, and then it will remember to keep the trunk this high. So that is for if you have like a low parking garage or something like that, you don't want it to open all the way, or maybe you're just short and you don't want to reach for the button too high. Just keep in mind, if you set it low, you don't want to bump your head on there. Okay, there is a light in here, this small light, so that you can see inside the trunk a little bit at night. Okay, we'll push the button and let it close itself. You can also manually pull it down. You got the rear camera as well, and then there's the light for the red bar. Actually, is that, no, the red light comes across the entire thing, so I'm not sure what this little, oh, I'm dumb, that's not a light, that's the trunk button. Okay, that's the trunk button, that's how you open the trunk. I don't know why I thought that was light. Anyways, okay, what else we got? So let's go ahead and look at the screen. We looked at, oh, I almost forgot this. So, okay. I'll show the driver's side because I didn't show in there. There's no thing in here, but you got like a cup holder kind of size thing, or a bottle, okay? And then whatever else you want to throw in there. This thing has the same emergency exit and the window and the door button. You got a speaker here, okay? And they also have the accent lightings going here as well. So, I don't know, for me, the accent lights kind of just annoy me driving, but some people like that. Let me try and get this bug out of here. Yeah. Come here. No! Uh-oh, it's crawling in. Okay, so we have the screen here. For the demo drive, they have all this stuff. Okay, they tell you how to do all these, add a driver. You can set up the phone key, how to use the phone key, using backup key cards, opening the glove box, in-app videos, and tutorials and the manuals. So you have all this stuff here, okay? So if you start, I guess it's going to go through whatever list of stuff here. Yeah. So if you do this, it will go through their guide. So you can adjust the seat position. So here you can show they have the lumbar as well. Okay, I'm just going to quickly go through this. So they have the thing to obviously adjust the mirrors and whatever. You can adjust left and right. So this goes through an actual guided thing to help you do it. And then this will adjust the steering wheel height and how far in and out it goes. Okay, then they have the homepage layout. You see here, settings, you can change the temperature, you can check more apps, you can grab apps by pressing and holding and then move them into this app drawer down there. There's the volume there, okay. And then you have the map. You can do satellite map. I like satellite map view because then I can see like the actual landscape, buildings and all that. Traffic conditions, okay, map details. You can see where all the charging locations are and the weather. Then you got this to find the charging station. It will tell you like what price it is, the times for certain prices and things like that. the locations, stalls, amenities, things nearby like bathrooms and restaurants. Okay, and then you can connect to Wi-Fi here. They have your unlock the door, and then your user profile. You can turn on Sentry mode camera. There's Wi-Fi, time, the weather. Okay, then temperature control. Okay, we already saw that. All right, you can change how so this demo thing, it actually lets you change the settings right away. So I put the steering to heavy, and you can change the dynamics to standard. This is actually very nice. They should let you enable this demo mode on all your vehicles, so when you let other people drive your car, you can be like, here, experience this demo. I don't know if they have that. I don't think they do, but here you go, full self-driving supervised. I tested this going up Mount Hamilton. I'll attach the footage. It drove really well. I was really impressed. It drives better than a human already, I think. So yeah, anyways, okay, you can activate and deactivate it using the scroll wheel here. All right, and then you got the pedals, obviously the brake pedal and the accelerator pedal. Okay, shift into the drive is here, but they also hide buttons here, so it's off right now. All right, but I don't know how I accidentally turned it on one time. Like one time I guess the car needs to be in drive. If you turn the screen off, these drive buttons will light up. I don't know if you can tell, but there's letters there. It's a park, reverse, neutral, and drive. Okay, so you have all of that. All right, but this you can slide up to drive and reverse to go into reverse. Okay, oh, there's a demonstration one, so you can see how it does that. Okay, and then shift into reverse. Okay, so it will go all the way down like that, and then to go into park, if you're holding the brake, you just tap it, but if you're not holding the brake, then you have to press and hold this to go into park. Okay, then what is this? The high low beam, low beam washers. I'm so used to the Cybertruck having the turn signals here that I push with my thumbs that I actually hate the stock. It was kind of annoying getting used to using a stock again, so I don't know, but to me, I didn't like that. Anyways, also the stock, it only has a one like click down or click up, and it will use AI or whatever to know if you made your lane change and if the light should turn off. So the chance of you leaving your blinker light on is like way lower or not there at all, unless you push the button and then just don't turn lanes. Okay. Then obviously here you go, rear view camera, voice commands, and autopilot. So you have that, rear view camera, voice commands, and autopilot. This is the horn. Okay. And what else? Then you got the hazard lights and warning lights. I already showed that. It's up there. Okay. And here it tells you here as well, park, reverse, neutral, and drive. So they tell you that. So in emergency, press these on the roof to shift gears. So I showed that earlier. All right, and then you can look at the manuals to learn more. So anyways, you can change a lot of features. I like to put it in dark mode. It's in light mode right now. Or actually, this is in like automatic. Also, when I change the trunk height, you can see you can actually save the locations. So it will actually remember where you used that trunk height, and it will remember that. That's very nice. So that way it doesn't open low at every location you go. My brother's car was doing that, and then I always end up bumping my head into it because I forget. So here we have the open frunk, so I'll push that. We also have the trunk. I'll show you the charge port, so I'll press that to open it. You can also tap the charge port with your hand and it will open. You can change your charging amount and things like that. They recommend 80% or less for daily. And if you're going on a low trip and you need just a few more miles to make it to the next charging station or something, then charge to 100%. Okay, but they recommend 80%. Okay, if for some reason you can't pull the charge connector out, you can unlock the charge port here. And if you can't do that, there's a emergency pull tab, which I'll show if I can find it, if it's not like under, like I have to rip something out. But anyways, you can schedule charging. So if you have peak and off peak times, you can tell it to start charging at certain times. Okay, they also have the low power mode and things like that. Auto threshold 20%, keep accessory power on. You can turn the wireless charging pads on and off now, because some people don't like the wireless charging. I don't like it. It gets the phone hot and it doesn't really charge very fast. Okay, you can change all the what information you share. I'm gonna have to continue this at Tesla because I do need to return this vehicle by 10 and it's already 9:14, so I don't want to be late. But I'll show you some more stuff here before I start driving back. Okay, here's under the frunk. One thing weird I noticed is there's no longer an emergency release button here. I don't know if I'm missing something, but if a kid gets trapped in here, they're gonna be stuck in here. There's no button. So there's this little toe thing, the hook, that's for the front as well as the rear. You can pop these little covers out. Okay, I think you kind of like push on it and then you can pop it out. I don't want to damage it, so I'm gonna leave it, but you would push this and then you can like pop the thingy out. Let me see. Why isn't it popping out? I don't know. If not, you might have to pry it out. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. You got the washer fluid reservoir. Here you can see how the wiper blades kind of store and hide under there. Okay. And then they have the rubber seal to keep this more watertight, airtight. Okay. You got these little bumpers things. If for some reason it's not aligned right, you can adjust it. Okay. And this doesn't have a self-closing, so you have to make sure that you push it down yourself. Make sure to push it down all the way till it clicks. You can see now it's flush on both sides. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to drive back now, and here you can see the lumbar support thing, since I didn't show that last time, but I did show it on the screen tutorial thing. All right. I think I got everything out of the vehicle. All right. So they let me do an overnight test drive, so that was very nice. I'm gonna just move the seat back. Okay. You can see how the seatbelt on here, it sticks up further. Okay. And I'll show you the glove box. The glove box also uses magnets. It's pretty cool. So when you open and close it, okay, you go to this little car icon, and then they have the glove box here. You see it just like pops open. So because it's magnet, when you push it, it like sticks back. Okay, not much room in there for stuff. I mean, it's a glove box, usually it's for gloves. And then you have the little USB drive back there. Okay, so anyways, I need to bring the vehicle back. It does have the, again, the light bar that goes all the way around like this. It goes up here and around. Okay, you can see there's another speaker up here as well. So down there, up here, I think, do they not have speakers up on top? Oh yeah, this is also a speaker here. Then you don't have the flashing like turn warning lights here, but it will get like a little orange dot here. I don't know if I'll be able to show that while driving. Let's go ahead and have it navigate to the place. So we'll push the map, and then where's this? Oh, I need to hold up. Tesla showroom. Oh, Tesla Fremont, I believe. Yeah. So 45500 Fremont Boulevard. We're gonna go there. Give me a second. I'm gonna put my seatbelts on. Actually, I forgot to show, this has the adjustment for the seatbelt. You can push that button and you can slide this up and down. Okay. Seatbelt. Get that on there. All right. Also, it parked itself up here. You see that rubber ramp? Let's see if it's gonna turn to the left to know that it needs to get down. No, wait, I don't know. Yeah, okay, it's right. Oops, I stopped it, sorry. Start self-driving. Okay, so it just drove off the curb a little bit. Anyways, you can see it's driving itself. I'll show more of the self-driving stuff later. Right now it's in Mad Max mode, so with this one it will cut in front of cars and switch lanes all over the place if you're kind of in a hurry. So it works really well. Okay, there's the in-cabin camera, so that's how it kind of sees you. You got the rear view camera, you got the two side cameras. I mean, not the, why am I calling them cameras? The rear view mirror and the side view mirrors. Okay, and yeah, you saw the windshield wipers go. You can press and hold the wiper thing to, that's how you get the washer fluid to come out. Okay, and you can see now it's spraying out the washer fluid.
Now turn left onto Jacqueline Road.
Okay, I don't know why, but there's a, well, I guess something got smushed on there. I'll probably have to wipe that separately, but it's leaving a streak there. I don't know if you see that. And what about the other spot? Okay, so the wiper blades do leave a small triangle right there. Okay, that small triangle, oops, you can't see that small triangle area. It doesn't wipe with the wipers, but the other thing is just a streak from something that's stuck there. Okay, we got the the sun visors, and the sun visors are held here with magnets, so you can pull it out, and then this also slides in and out. Okay. The mirrors are kind of small here, like someone was telling me it's kind of small. You got the two lights here. I don't really use them, so I don't care. This is a magnet, so if you want, you can fold that so it's out of the way. All right, make sure you slide it all the way back to line this back up with the magnet, and then close that. It's the same exact thing on the other side here. Okay, the same lighting, same mirror, everything. You can see again, it's driving on its own. Why is this person going so slow? Okay, so this is normal mode. I'm gonna tap this. You can see now it's in satellite view. Okay,
to take the Interstate 680 north ramp.
So that's what the satellite view looks like. All right, and I'll show more after because, yeah, I shouldn't be doing this while driving. Well, I'm technically not driving, but still. But that's how much faith and trust I have in the self-driving now. It's really good. Okay, you have these two opening things here. You got this deep pocket here with the 12 volt, right, the cigarette lighter port, so for car accessories. You also have a little light in there. This one, the cup holders, I don't know when you would cover this, but I guess if you cover it, then you can put food on top or something, whatever, not worry about stuff going in the back here under the armrest. You have one USB-C port, and it kind of goes deep under, so it goes underneath in this area. Okay, the top has this little hole for whatever reason. And yeah, the back, I'll show you the screen later, but there are two USB-C ports. Oops, sorry, I didn't need to pause, but there you go. And yeah. All right, underneath here, this is removable if you want, but yeah, I'm not gonna be taking things out like I said. Alright, I think I showed most everything. Oh, the headrests on the back, I'm pretty sure they're adjustable. I forgot to show the middle seat thing. I'll show you guys that when we arrive at Tesla. Alright, let's see if you can see the blind spotlight. So, whoa, never mind. I guess we're not going to see the blind spotlight. So the car's driving itself, and you can see how it just merged in. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to have to wait till hopefully when we're passing another vehicle, I'll be able to show you guys the blind spotlight, but it's like a little orangish red dot in the little speaker area here in the corner. So right now, I don't see any cars we're gonna pass, so I'll be back. Okay, maybe here, let's see. So there you go, you see that little light? It's easier to see in person than on the camera. There you go. Okay. And yeah, also if you use the turn signals, it will show red. So when you use the turn signals, see this camera, and it shows red there, so you know that they're in your blind spot. So pretty cool. And if it thinks you're about to turn into it, it'll actually also beep at you. So I'm not gonna demonstrate that, but it'll beep at you to tell you that somebody's coming into your blind spot. So there you go. I don't know why the camera froze for a little bit. Hopefully it didn't in real life. But there you go. Hopefully it was just on the playback, or what do you call the viewfinder or whatever. Okay. All right, one thing to show with it backing up, you can see the side camera views as well as the rear, so you can see if your back is about to hit anything. I really like that. Okay, all on one screen, very nice. Also, the mirrors do auto tilt down. You can turn off that feature, but that makes it so you can easily see closer to where your tires are. Okay, very nice. Okay, another thing I forgot to mention is the mirrors have auto dimming. I don't know if you can see that. There's like lines around it, so it dims the area inside the line, and it also has heated, so if you get like snow or frost on it, I think. All right, at least I think it has heated. Pretty sure it has heated. Okay, what did I not show? I didn't show the rear screen. So right now I have it locked, but there's two USB-C ports here. You can lock the screen, so that way if you don't want people messing with it, you can lock that. You can do that by going to this rear screen mode. You can also see it in the all the apps menu. So here you can see all the options you have for the apps. Okay, and we're gonna go to the rear screen one. I'm gonna unlock it so you can see. From the rear screen, you can see what's on there. While you're driving, you can't watch whatever video they're watching, but you can pause the video and then see like a freeze frame of it. And if you stop, you can actually view what they're watching on the screen. Okay, so they can back here turn the air on, they can adjust the height and stuff. There's no physical moving stuff here for you to move for the vents. It's all controlled here, okay? And you can do these to automatically do it, okay? But you can adjust that, okay? Inside there, you can change also the fan speed, okay? We'll turn that off for now. You got the seat controls, so you can actually move your own. This adjusts the backrest, okay? So you can adjust your backrest here. I don't know if you can see. Very nice. I forgot to mention also on the sides of the seats, they have the buttons for that as well. Where is it here? Okay, so you can move the backrest forward and back. Okay. So you have all of that. All right. Very nice. All right. It used to be all like, now it's all electronic. It used to be like you unlatch and then you can swing it back. You have to, and then they have the fold option. So if you're not sitting in it, okay, then you can actually fold it from here, and it will automatically also move that chair out of the way. You can stop it part way. Pretty cool. And you can unfold it again. Okay, you can also adjust the front seat, so you can move them forward and back. So if you need more leg room and if no one's in there, you can move that. I think if someone sits in it, it disables that function because they don't want you like squishing somebody up there. Okay, you can play your music here if you want. Okay, I don't want it to play because then I'm gonna get copyright strikes, but anyways, they got the videos. You can watch Netflix, YouTube, Hulu, Twitch, and Tesla tutorials. There's also games back here that, I mean, you can play that on the front as well. And then settings, you can attach a Bluetooth speaker. So if you do that, you can actually use a speaker in the rear of the vehicle. So it's very nice because that way, if you want to listen to music up front, you can do that while they're watching something in the back. You can use a Bluetooth speaker or Bluetooth headphones so they're not bugging you. You can adjust the brightness. You can have it sync with the front screen. If you do clean mode, it just turns it black, so you can wipe this thing off and then you can hold it to get it out of that mode. Okay, you can add new devices so you can have multiple, and yeah, then you have the volume adjustments. Okay, I think that's about it to show on the rear screen, so let's go back to the front. Alright, also the top is glass, so it is tinted, so if you're going like at night and stuff, you can't see like stars and stuff as nice, but as you can see like the clouds and stuff through it. It's just tinted dark. Okay, so we got, let me show you the settings we got here. So you got the phone stuff, so you can see whatever. You got the music apps, so you can see all these music things, okay? And you can add also if you want to do your Bluetooth and other things. Right now, you can put these and it will show them down here, okay? So they actually tell you can add them down there, but you can see all the options you have for listening to music or audio. All right, you can see the cameras all around. There's the front camera, and then you can swipe up to see the rear camera. So very nice. The front camera is also very nice, and it has the washer as well, so if it gets dirty you can press that and it washes it. Again, we have the rear camera, and you can adjust again what goes down there, so you can press and hold and you can drag them in there. Okay, so you got the front defrost and the rear defrost. These ones, if you tap it once, it just defogs. If you press it again, it goes to defrost. So the rear one only has defrost. Okay, so on the other Teslas, if you press it once and then you wait and then press it again, it just turns it off. But this one you have to cycle through apparently. Okay, you have heated and ventilated front seats. So you can do heat, cool, or auto. Okay. So you can see it can go to auto or heat or cool. There's 3 levels of heat and cool. All right, you also have the heated steering, which is auto. There's 2 levels of that, okay, or turn it off. Then the climate control, the wipers, you can adjust how fast. You can also do it from the scroll wheel as it shows here. And if you hold the button, it sprays, okay. They show you the driving efficiency and things like that. The odometer, you can see the air pressures of the tires. They recommend 42, it's below pressure. But yeah, so what else was I showing? We're going through the apps, okay? You have the navigation, we're already there, the cameras, the dash cam. So the dash cam will record around your vehicle, so you can set Sentry mode and you can have it save. You can also set it to when you honk the horn, it will automatically save. So you have the whole grid view. You can see the front, back, left, right, all of that. You also now have the front and or the left and right pillars, which shows more towards the front but side of your vehicle. So I didn't show, but the vehicle pillar cameras are right there. Okay, so you have the pillar camera here. You have the other camera here. There's also the turn signal light there. Okay, and I'm getting lots of calls here, but there we go. Okay, what else? I think I showed all the other cameras. Okay, so the front has the sensors and cameras. You also have these reflectors here, so if you have your doors open, hopefully people will be able to see it easier and won't smack you, but the rear door doesn't have that. Okay, all right, and there's the speaker. You can see the little latch there and the latch there. You also have the tire information here. Okay, all right. There's also the carpeting on the front and rear. You can see the two pedals. They're like this rubbery material. Okay, and there is a light here. Okay, and then there's like kind of a OBD2 port or whatever. All right, and yeah, obviously there's also vents and stuff under there for it to blow at your feet if you use that feature function. All right, what else? Okay, then went over that. You have the energy graph, so you can see like all the stuff for your energy. Okay, it will tell you what's using most of your energy, what's consuming it, and also it tells you to stay below this speed to get like whatever. They give you tips and rate it. It shows how it compares to like other drivers, I guess. So since I was using Mad Max, it trained a lot more, and also I was going up and down what do you call it, the mountain. Oops, sorry. So they have all this as well. Oops, in park you can see. Okay, and consumption. It also keeps the last open thing over here. All right, you have your calendar, you have messages, you can go to Zoom meetings, you have Grok, so you can talk with it. If you want to see a lot of that, basically you can say, hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks. How about you?
I'm doing good. What's a good burger place nearby?
Zingsters is super close, just 0.2 miles away on
All right.
Cushing Park.
Thank you. All right, anyways, there you go. It opens the GPS and all that. You can talk to it like a normal person. They'll even like talk about random stuff. Like you can ask about video games or movies or things like that, and it will respond to all that stuff. Pretty fun. All right, you also have the theater mode, same thing as the back, except they also have TikTok here and Twitch. I think that wasn't on the back. Okay, you got the arcade, which same thing, you have the games here. You can use Bluetooth controllers for some of the games. Some of the games require Bluetooth controllers. You have the toy box here, so you got the photo booth, which now lets you take pictures with this camera, and that bug is still in here, so I need to try and get it out. There we go. Bye bye, buggy. Okay. There we go. All right. Oh, I'll show the drive buttons later. You can also adjust what your car looks like on the screen. So they have the paint shop. I did that with my Cybertruck. Okay, they have Tron mode. This is just for fun. It just changes the visualizations on your screen as well as some music. They have light sync, so the little lights flash and whatever with the music, things like that. You can see there. Okay, then they have Santa, which same thing. It changes like the looks on the screen. It makes it, instead of the road, it shows like a Santa Claus like sleigh and all that, whatever. Right, you have Rainbow Road mode, same thing, it changes that. Okay, then they have Light Show, which lets your car, like, it'll open the rear trunk, fold in the mirrors and the charge ports, things like that. And then they have this fart thing, so that you can do it, make it turn on turn signal, and when you sit on the seat, it'll randomly fart, things like that. Boombox, you can have it play music. You can also use it to talk outside your vehicle, so you can talk and then people hear like outside. Okay, so lock sound, you can change the lock and horn sounds, but it only works when you're parked, because the NHTSA or whatever said that it's more dangerous because then people won't be able to hear it properly or whatever. Anyways, then you can also do like a music editing kind of thing. They have like this fireplace thing where it plays music and turns on the heat. You have a sketch pad, and then you have this Mars mode, which again just changes the graphics on the screen. Okay, then what else? I didn't go through everything here. You got the there's a web browser. You got the manual, so if you want to look up stuff about your vehicle, there's a little search thing as well in the actual manual. So if you want to find certain things, you can search in there. Also, actually the search isn't here, it's just in the regular. So in this regular menu, if you search here, let's say like you search Bluetooth or whatever, it'll automatically take you to the Bluetooth settings and things like that, and you can change it there. So very nice. Okay, anyways, let's get back out of the manual. Okay, that's just music stuff. Live one, I'm assuming, is music stuff. These are all music things. Okay, I think you can also like remove these from the menu. There's a setting in here somewhere, I think, that lets you do that, but I don't know if we're going to go that deep into the menu. They have the lights on, off, parking, auto high beams, or hold the high beams on, fold mirrors, child lock on, off. You can do one door or both. The window lock, same thing. Glove box, you have the wiper settings here, but again, I do this all from the steering wheel. Also, a lot of these settings you can do via voice. I know some people hate the touchscreen, so if you want, you can press the voice thing and you can tell it, like, it's cold, can you heat up my seats? You can use the grok. If you hold the button down, it will do the AI, and you can talk to it like that, and I think they're integrating a lot of that now. Okay, but you don't need the AI one. If you just press the button once, it does their regular voice commands, and you can tell it open the charge port and all those things, and it'll do a lot of those. You can tell it to turn on the lights, the interior lights or whatever, dome lights, and it will do all of that. So okay, you have the mirror adjusting, you can see the recordings, you can put car wash mode. So if you're going to a car wash where you need it to go into neutral, you don't want the wiper blades to just automatically start going, that's what the car wash mode is for. Okay, steering, and then you got the Sentry mode and neutral. You can adjust the brightness of the screen. Okay, you got the dynamics. You can change if you don't care to have the power and you just want efficiency, you can change it to like chill mode and stuff. Then it'll drive like a slower vehicle. You can change the deceleration, but I would leave it on standard because it gives you more of the regen energy back. You also have traction control modes. Okay, so if you're on slippery surfaces or off-road, okay, it has that. You can change how hard it is to turn the steering wheel. You can also have it auto shift so that when you press the brake, it will kind of try and predict if you want to go forward or backwards. There's trailer mode. Okay, the charging, again, I talked about that. You can change what speed it charges at. Actually, let's go to a charging station. All right, also the vehicle, it puts itself into park when you stop and unbuckle your seatbelt, so that's nice. There's a 250 kilowatt charging station. I'm just going to show because I didn't show the charge port. So, I guess I have to tap this one, but basically there's the charge port. It has this little Tesla logo here. It will change colors depending on the what it's doing right now. So it's loading, and there you go, it's charging. Okay, I don't know if I have to park the car somewhere before, but you can see it's going to take 35 minutes to get to 80. I didn't precondition or anything, but there you go. Again, I already talked about that, keeping the accessory power and all that, the wireless charging pads. The autopilot, you can change it to auto steer. You can do full self-driving or traffic aware cruise control. It shows you now how much self-driving you've used versus like actual like driving yourself. You can also turn on if you want to have to press the brake to start the self-driving. You can change the speed profile. You can have it so it shows the visualization more. It also has actually smart summon where you can make the car come to you from the app. Okay, you can change the speed limit warning to how it does just shows on the screen, or if it makes a sound. Okay, you also have the speed limits you can adjust. Forward collision warnings, you can make it change how soon you want it to warn you. Lane departure warnings, you can turn it on, or you can have it push you back into the lane. Okay, they have all this emergency lane departure avoidance. So I'm going to put assist because that way it will actually keep you in the lane if you're not paying attention or something. It has automatic emergency braking. Okay, obstacle aware acceleration. So if something looks like it's about to crash into you, it will speed up or it'll brake and slow down for you. Okay, green traffic light chime, it'll beep at you if the light turns green and you're not moving. You can add more key cards and phones here, things like that. The child lock stuff, all that. Window lock, you can prevent people from the back using it. It'll also auto roll itself up when you walk away, but you can turn that feature off as well. Okay, there's also driver door unlock mode, so if you go to your car, it will only unlock the driver door, so that way other random people won't like try and open your other doors to get in. And then if you have that on, if you press and hold the door button, it will unlock the rest. Okay, they also have hands-free trunk, so when you're near it, it will automatically open itself. They have unlock on park, so it will unlock the doors automatically when you park. That way, if you're picking somebody up, it will just automatically unlock for them. Okay, it will also have notifications for the doors or windows if you left them open. It will notify you if you left your phone behind. Okay, you can change the lock sound, so when you lock your door, this one does like a silent, like a kind of quiet beep. You can change that to all different sounds. People use like ducks and like lasers and all that stuff. Okay, close windows unlock, so that's what I was talking about. It will automatically close. All right, you got the lights, so you have the footwell lights you can turn on or off. You can turn on the dome lights, you can have it automatic. All right, the adaptive headlights, so it will, the adaptive headlights, if you use high beams, it will adjust so that if cars are there, it won't blind them. Apparently you can turn that off. That's nice, because then you can use the high beams to kind of like flick at people if they're driving bad and you want to like tell them by blinking your headlights at them. You can have the headlights stay on or off when you get out of the vehicle. You can sync the lights with music, okay, all that. And the accent lights, you can change if you want it only at night or always on. You can change all the colors of the accent lights. Well, I can't do it now because I'm sitting, I don't know, I think with the door open or something. Okay, the seat adjustments, we already saw that. You can adjust blue light. You can change, again, light or dark mode. So again, I like dark mode, but I'll leave auto so people can experience it how it usually is. Again, there's the screen clean, and you can lock the rear. There's also the blind spot camera. When you turn the signals, it will automatically show the camera. You can turn that off if you don't like that, but I don't know why, because that's a really nice feature. Why would you turn that off? They have the scroll wheel function. You can turn it on or off to, it'll have all these different modes. Okay, so all these different things, but you can have it ask each time. Then they let you change the languages of the voice recognition, the navigation and things like that, the keyboard language. You can change the text size to large if it's hard for you to see the small text on here. Change the time to 12-hour, 24-hour. You can see the energy display, percentage or distance, how many miles of things. I always like the percentage better because it's more close to, like, you can estimate based on how you drive, whereas the distance, it's just giving a random number based on how it thinks you should drive or how you're probably going to drive, so it's not very accurate. All right, then you can change the Celsius or Fahrenheit and bar or PSI. Right, schedule, again, you can change when it charges and preconditions your vehicle, so it can preheat your vehicle and all of that. You also have the safety sentry mode, so you can auto enable sentry mode when you park. Camera based detection, it'll detect when people are walking around. You can have sounds when people are like doing something to the vehicle. You can also disable that, and then you can view it on the app. You can turn that on and off. Dash cam, you can have it automatically know when it should save something, or you can put it on honk, or you can add on honk, so when you honk it will save a clip. You can delete and format the drive from here. Here you have all the blind spot collision warning chimes, warning lights, cross traffic chimes, things like that. Okay, so if it detects you're backing out or pulling out and a car's coming, it will beep at you as well, so you know, like, okay, you should probably stop or don't keep going. You can turn on the mobile access valet mode so that people can't just do whatever with your car. You can turn on a pin to drive, so that way even if they steal your key card or phone, they can't drive unless they know your pin. Same thing with the glove box, you can add a pin. They have parental control, so you can set speed limits and stuff for that. Okay, cabin overheat protection and things, you can turn that on so your vehicle doesn't get too hot in the summer. Auto call 911 if you get in an accident, security alarm, park assist, chimes. So they have all these things. You can lower the volume of your music and things while you're in reverse mode, and then Joe mode just turns all the chimes and stuff quieter. You can also power off the vehicle with this. It just powers off the screen and stuff. Then you have the PSI. It shows all the pressures, Okay, so this is the demo drive vehicle, so you can actually reset the settings from here. That's very nice. Software, you can change all the stuff here and update and everything from this. Very nice. Navigation, okay. So you can change the volume, you can tell it if it can use HOV lanes or not. In auto mode, it will detect if there's more people in the seats, so just keep in mind if you put a bag in here, it might think that's a person and it will take the HOV lane. You can allow express lanes, navigation, trip planners, online routing, all of this stuff. Okay, you can avoid tolls, ferries, and highways, and third-party, and you can have it find third-party charging stations. Here you can see all the trip stuff, and then you can connect to the Wi-Fi here, Bluetooth, okay, and the audio settings. You can change the speakers to only the front and back. It's nice because you can put it only to the front, so that way it doesn't bother people in the back if they're watching something on the back screen or they just don't want to listen to your music. You can change also the tone settings and things like that. And yeah, DJ commentary. Okay, that's for, okay, you can also have it block explicit content or allow it, okay, and you can have it be controlled from the phone as well. Here, okay, this is where you can turn all these off if you don't want them to show up in the menu. So there you go. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the service thing and reset everything because this is the demo drive. Again, I wish they had a demo mode for the regular vehicles, so that way I can just push that button and it will guide them through this. Because I know a lot of people, they're like, well, I don't know how to use this vehicle, it's new, everything's touchscreen, they get scared. Let me also show you if the screen dies. So if I hold the two scroll wheels here, it will reset. It does a soft reset. Whoa, what just happened? Okay, so you can see that reset. If I was in drive, oh, I forgot, I'm charging now, so it's not gonna let me. But if I was with the car in drive, it would let these lights turn on so that I could see that. So let me unplug the charger and then we'll move the vehicle and see. All right, so to unplug it, just push the button. And then sometimes it don't work, so I push multiple times. Oops, I left it, and it turns white, and then you can pull it out and just put it back in. All right, make sure this stays on and doesn't fall out. All right, anyways, let's go ahead now. I'll show you the thing again. So let's see if I reset the screen. Actually, let me put it into like drive. Okay, so now if I put this in drive, let's see if I push these to reset. Okay, I'm holding these down. And then the screen should turn off. Huh, what happened? Did I not push them together at the same time? It's hard to do this with one hand. There you go. So that's off, and now you can see these lit up. So you can see I can push drive here or push reverse here. Okay, so it's in drive mode, and I'm gonna go try and park the car now. So we're gonna go here. Let's see if it will. I stop. Let's try pushing the reverse, and you can see it turns orange when you're in that mode. So very nice. Okay, so if something happens to the screen, you could always use these controls here. So some people are saying, what happens if the screen breaks? Then you can't use the car. Actually, from the app as well, you can remote start the vehicle. You don't even need the key here. You don't need the phone in the vehicle. If you're letting someone move your vehicle or drive it and you don't want to give them the key or your phone or add them to the thing, you can remote start the vehicle. You can remote unlock, you can remote start, and all of that. So it's very nice from the app. You can also see the location of the vehicle. So if you drove the vehicle somewhere, you parked and you don't remember where you parked, you can use that to find out where your vehicle is. If you have someone that you don't trust driving your vehicle, your kid, your spouse, whatever, and you want to spy on them or find out where they're putting your car, you can find that out as well. Or if you just want to use it to basically track down someone that stole your car, although I don't know how they're going to steal your car. If you put the PIN, then that means you gave them the PIN, and you also or they somehow saw the PIN maybe while you were typing it. They were watching, if it's like a friend or family member that goes with you in your vehicle, and then they were like just watching you type your PIN and trying to figure out, take your phone and your card. Then yeah, keep in mind the card is the priority thing device. So if somebody has the card, they can actually remove your phones and everything from the thing. So be careful with that. If somebody has the card, they can go in and they can go into the locks and they can start deleting other key cards and other phones. One thing that's nice about it is if you have the app, you want to make sure, I mean, if they delete your phone from a key, you'll still be able to see it in the app. So you can make sure, take down the VIN and all of that. You can call Tesla, tell them what's going on, and they should be able to help with that kind of stuff. So pretty cool. All right, I think I showed just about everything I could think of. If I missed anything, feel free to let me know. But I think that's it. All right. Anyways, oh, let me show you one other thing here. Let's see. Okay, the windows, they don't go all the way down, if you're wondering. Okay, so when you close the door, actually the front window will go all the way down, but if you open it, you see it pops up a little. I'm not sure why they make it do that, but maybe somebody else knows. Okay, anyways, I'm done with the test drive. I locked it. I'm gonna close it now. Hopefully I went over everything. If I missed anything, I'm sorry. Maybe I can come back for another test drive or something. Oh, I almost forgot this. Okay, I locked it. Oops, let's unlock. Good thing I didn't lock all the doors. I almost forgot to show you guys. So these headrests aren't adjustable. You can't do anything with it, but these ones are. Okay, so you can adjust this up and down. There's the button there if you want to push it down. Okay. Need two hands. All right, this one also has a headrest. You can pull this up and down. Okay, same thing. So you have this rectangular headrest here, and you have also the cup holders and armrests here. So if you want two cups in there. If you get the 7-seat model, it does add 2 more USB-C ports. On mine, it added it in between the leg area of the 7-seater option. So if I'm pretty sure that's the same case with this, it will add 2 more USB-C ports. Okay, I don't know if the 7th row will be automatic as well. Probably not. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like manual lift up and down. But yeah, I think that's about it. There's the driver's side seatbelt thing, how it holds in there. And I think that's about it. Here again, you have the stock for left and right. Again, it only goes one direction. There's no button on the end cap there, and there's no stock on the right side. So they got rid of the drive control stock with the park button, but they added it to the thing up there and on the screen. So yeah, I think that's about it. The Model Y is technically the best all-around vehicle. If you're not using it to haul giant stuff, big heavy things, the Cybertruck is really nice. I really like the turn steering and everything. The only thing is I wish the truck could extend into the cabin so it's kind of like an SUV but also a truck. So that would be really nice. Okay. Other than that, I think that's about it. The only thing is, I guess if they did that with the truck, you don't have a good insulation with the metal thing, and then water can kind of get in, so it's not 100% waterproof. I wish they could find a way to fix that. That would be really nice. But usually all the moving covers like that aren't going to be 100% waterproof, so I don't think they'll ever make something like that. Okay, anyways, I think that's about it. Again, Model Y, I think, best all around. All their vehicles have some feature I really like that I wish they could be on the others. The Model 3, the only thing I like on there is that it's more efficient because it's smaller, right? So that you can't really put into a Model Y. But the Model Y, really nice hatchback. You can fold all the seats down. You can put big things in there. I did put a mattress in there just to try it out. So I took the Cybertruck mattress. It's a little bit smaller in here than the Cybertruck bed, so that mattress, I can't inflate it all the way because it will push into the walls of the vehicle, but I inflated it enough that it's comfortable enough using that same size mattress, and then it kind of rolls up the side walls to kind of give you a little padding on the side as well. So actually that was nice as well, but you lose a little space. They do make beds for the specific vehicle, so if you want it just filling the floor area, very nice. Model Y, you also get the temperature control and all of that. So if you use it for traveling with a bed inside, you can have 2 passengers, or I guess more if you're okay letting people lay there while you're driving. Keep in mind that is pretty sure it's a ticketable offense because it's a safety issue. If you crash and they're laying there, their head will go into the back seat or something, or their legs will go into the thing, and it'll, yeah. So anyways, but yeah, Model Y, best all around. Model X, you can't get the flat thing. I wish that they had the self-closing and opening doors for all the vehicles that the Model X has. The Model S, I think, honestly looks the nicest. I honestly don't like the back look of the vehicle, but for advertising purposes, like using like how I wrap it with my business information, this has a very nice big flat area to do that kind of thing. So very nice. The front confuses me because I always think it's like at first I think it's like a Cybertruck following me, because with the light it's almost looks very similar, the same. But yeah, the front design I don't mind. Okay, and yeah, again, I don't know why they got rid of the emergency button there release. I think it has something to do with maybe it's a small enough area that they are like, okay, you're probably not going to be able to put a kid in there or something, so then maybe they don't require that. Then you also have this. I'm not sure what that is, if that's just a reflector or a light, but that's on both sides. And yeah, okay, I think I went over everything. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it helped you see what there is on the Tesla Model Y. This is, again, the newer model. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know, and I will try and answer them for you. Again, they do have different models, the faster, slower models, different seat configurations, but there's not too many crazy configurations. Other than that, they have the colors. I really like that silver, quicksilvery look. But yeah, I think that's just about it. All right, this stuff, plastic on the side there, if you're wondering. Okay. Oh, here you can see the sensors a bit better now because it's not covered with the misty stuff. So there's 3 different sensors there, it looks like. Okay, and yeah, all right, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Again, if you have any questions, I don't work for Tesla or anything, but I really like their vehicles and I follow all their stuff. I hear a lot of people talk about like the speed or acceleration of these gas vehicles, and I'm like, that's slow compared to a Tesla. So anyways, you don't really need crazy high top speed. Some people are like, yeah, but those gas vehicles can go higher top speed, but I don't think you should be driving 150 plus miles an hour on the freeways. This isn't the Autobahn in the US. I mean, I'm sure in the Autobahn you can drive as fast as you want, but yeah, I mean, even then there's like, if they feel you're being unsafe, you're gonna, it's not okay. So anyways, there you go. Hopefully this video helped. Again, thanks for watching. Again, the self-driving stuff is amazing. I'm honestly, if you're thinking about getting a car, if it's gonna be like 5 years down the line, don't even bother. Any kid that's born right now, I'm like 100% sure that they're not gonna need a car. It's gonna be self-driving everything. Everyone's just gonna like sit in the car and let it go. Unless the rules or regulations prevent it, but I feel the cars are ready. I drove my car. It hit like blocked freeway entrance. It took a detour. It found that area was blocked as well, so it decided to go reverse freeway, then loop around and then come back on. So the cars are really good. It won't just get stuck in a endless loop like the Waymos, or get stuck with their red lights or their emergency lights blinking at the flashing red lights. This thing, even with no signal, I went into the mountains where there was no signal at all, no cell reception, and then all you can see is just the GPS lines where it's going, but you can't see the satellite view, nothing anymore. And it did really well. So handled the very curvy, winding roads, no guardrails, nothing, just the painted lines. Did it flawlessly, did it better than I would have done, and avoided all the debris and stuff in the road. So yeah, great car. Full self-driving is definitely going to be the future. And if you're not thinking of owning a car in the near future, I don't think you're going to be able to own one in 10 years. It's probably going to be so expensive to own your own vehicle because they're going to say it's safer to just let the car drive. You don't need to pay for insurance. You don't need to get a driver's license. You don't need to worry about updating your driver's license, paying for car registration, parking your vehicle. You can use your driveway and garage for whatever instead of storing a vehicle. It's definitely the future. All the parking lots are going to disappear. They're just going to be charging lots for vehicles. So anyways, yeah, very nice vehicle. Again, at least for the time being. In the near future, again, self-driving is definitely coming. Most of the drive that I use the vehicle, I was using it in self-driving mode just to let it do its thing. And it does really well. Like my friends' kids, they were saying like, "Are you sure you're not driving?" Like I wasn't holding the wheel, and then they're like, "I'm panicking." Like I'm pretty sure they were joking, but they're like, "I'm panicking. I'm gonna have a heart attack. Can you drive it?" So then I was like, "Okay." So I just put my hand on their steering wheel, and they're like, "Okay, I feel better now." Like they're like, what if the full self-driving glitches? And I said, well, what if I have a heart attack and I'll also like drive off the cliff? It's not. So people get in accidents all the time. For the people that doubt full self-driving, every single accident before all the self-driving stuff was caused by human drivers. So think about that before you think full self-driving is dangerous, okay? Human drivers have been getting in accidents all the time. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Let me put this in lock. All right, hopefully I don't get in trouble because it's now 8 minutes that I had the car there still open. I mean, I brought it back in time. So anyways, there you go. See you guys later. Bye. Okay, this looks like different wheel covers for this Model Y. Interesting. I think maybe more efficient. It's like completely flat now. No real air opening except for accessing the valve. Nice. Oh, this is the cheaper model. So this is the cheaper model. If you want to see, they have the fabric instead of the fake leather. They don't have the screen anymore in here, and this one has the manual moving. Ugh. Interesting. So this, when you pull this down, you no longer have the thing back here. This is their cheap model here. Pretty cool. So the same thing, they have a little cover here. Somebody pulled it out. Charge port door. Okay. So this is their cheapest base Model Y. Oops, let's move this out of the way. Oh, they left the pricing and stuff in there. Yeah. Somewhat similar. We do have the camera there. They don't have the front camera here. Under the front, it's more minimal. They don't have all the plastic stuff in there. They moved this down here, so they use this cheaper material tub. Interesting. And then you have access to cut the wire right away to cut power. Huh. You can see the inside doesn't have that rubber seal there either. Does that mean water will get in here? How does it seal other than just the front bar here? There's no other seal, so the water will just all go. That's pretty crazy. Interesting. I was mistaken. It does have the camera. It's just very low. Anyways. I wonder if this headlight is different. Oh, I think this headlight doesn't get the adaptive. You see that? That looks pretty cool. Alright, so I forgot to record on the new Model Y, but here's on the old one. Again, the charge port. It has a little thing in there. If you saw, it just went down. So that's what locks the charger plug into place. If it gets stuck, I don't know if the new one is in the same exact spot, but you can see underneath here in this little cubby hole, they have this little pull strap. So if for some reason the charger gets stuck, if the lock doesn't pull itself down, you can go in there, pull that strap, and that will do that. I'm assuming the new one has the same exact design. I don't know if they have a cover to hide it a little bit more. I mean, it's not like you can see it because it's underneath, so unless you're looking under there, yeah, I'm pretty sure the new one's going to have that as well. Alright, so there you go. See you guys later.